Okay, bye week breakdown. Westview, Burnside, Wigfish breakdown of the Eagles mid-season. Get your bye week right when you needed it. Let's start with the injuries. A lot of real concerns along the offensive line. I think we'll get a healthy Cam Jurgens back. Props to Ben Toth on the last two games, playing a really good, admirable center, backup guard, and learning how to really move within the offense. Had a lot of great double team blocks when they got Landon Dickerson back against your New York Giants for that last win before this bye week. Also, injuries on the defensive side. You're going to get an injection of defensive stalwarts, one named Nolan Smith, who's been dealing with a serious shoulder arm injury since almost last Super Bowl. So they put him on IR. We knew he'd be back. He'll be back for this big time game against the Green Bay Packers coming up. And then you'll also get one not retired, Brandon Graham back into the mold. So you're going to get another defensive end coming in to inject some serious pep into your defensive front and your pass rush ability. Also, you just got back Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean looks great in the last few games. They've been able to deploy Jihad Campbell, him, and Zach Bond in a three linebacker set to put a lot of pressure on offenses and also show them that the Eagles pretty much have right now, in my humble opinion, and watching the games today through the halfway point of the season, they have the best coverage linebackers in the NFL. I would, I
The
would,
best.
I think they have the best ability, and Vic Fangio also does a good job of deploying them to create that. Because don't forget, players can be good, but if they're not coached to be elite, they can't be elite. So you take Vic Fangio, for instance, and what he does is he puts them in a position to succeed, where he shows them these are the routes coming at you as a linebacker. You're not a corner, you're not a safety, you don't have the foot speed that the defensive backs have, but he puts them in a position to do good, and I think that's a good sign for the rest of the season. Let's get to the offense. The offense started to hum,
You started the defense all the time.
but they started to hum in the second end of the fucking second quarter of that Minnesota game. I think they're ready to go. And I think what it shows is that when they come out against this Packers team who just lost to the Carolina Panthers at home, which we almost lost to last year in our Super Bowl season, that's a bad loss. And that's what concerns me about this next game. There'll be more on that breakdown when we get to the Packers game this week. That it does concern me that they've lost this game and now it's going to be all hands on deck to beat the Eagles coming in on Monday night. But let's get to some secondary changes. They just signed Jair Alexander to the squad. A very good corner, played corner for the Green Bay Packers for about 4 or 5 years. Really good player. Pro Bowl. Pro Bowler, but can play some ball. And they added some talent at that corner position for the second half of the season. But what do I want to see in this second half of the season from our Philadelphia Eagles? I want to see consistency on this offense, continue to mold and do play action, go under center. The under center game looks really good for two reasons. Saquon looks able to dissect things a little quicker, and Hurts looks way better than you would think he would look on that. But he still does get it done. And all I know is that the Eagles are 6-2 at the bye. The Green Bay Packers lost today at home
What do you think the final
To
score
the-
will be?
at home to the Carolina Panthers. Why can't the Eagles, who are a better football team from top to bottom than the Carolina Panthers, right there? Why can't the Eagles go into Green Bay and beat the Packers, who they are a phenomenally better team than the Panthers? Why can't we do that? The Detroit Lions lost today to
But what's the final score going to
Minnesota
be?
Vikings. They lost to the Minnesota Vikings. And
the
now
final
the
score-
NFC is all up for grabs. We don't know what the final score is going to be because we haven't
It's
down.
called a prediction. Predict the final
But we
score.
ain't. But that game is a week away, so
Yeah,
I'll give
but
you that
the-
prediction soon enough.
Oh, look at us.
But all I know is that
It's
the
the ball.
midweek breakdown, the
We're calling
mid-year
media
breakdown,
and shit.
we just breaking it down. Just remember that Westview, Burnside, Wickpish, this is where you come for the real Eagles angles. I want to give you another angle in this. This A.J. Brown stuff, break it down. I just think it's just all babe in the woods bullshit. I don't think we're talking about anything. I think we're going to win another 4 or 5 games in a row before we even lose a game. And I think this offense is going to hum, and no one's going to be talking about AJ and all this stuff, this trade rumors and stuff. You ain't going to be hearing that in 2-3 weeks. When the weather gets cold, that's when the Eagles get bold. Rain, sleet, or snow, the Eagles are built to go.